In the walkway.
that are built into the walkway.
Mm-hmm.
And
could do
so
that.
they generally will have some sort of metallic surface to them.
I'm thinking that's probably more, because the public art is really more for the commercial
Township
developments and
agrees.
this
Yeah.
one time.
Well, if nothing else, you could
But-
put street numbers or the address of the house that you're behind or something, just so we know where to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could
well,
staff, could
And
we
there's-
kind of look into other communities and see, it can't be anything that's too costly because it's gonna, the cost of
Right,
work
I
and the
mean, we're just
developers.
adding
But it's got-
additional things.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there's gotta be a way that we could just put
Yeah.
markers
But
in
you
there.
could
That
do
wouldn't be
some kind of a
expensive to
marker.
do.
Even if you did
Even
a
if you did
street.
quarter-mile markers and you have a start point, as long as you have a start point within any subdivision in
Yeah.
quarter-mile markers.
You could even
Oh,
put,
sure.
I mean, it could just be it could be numbers or letters even. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything fancy, but that's just a way that you
Just
can
some
do it.
way.
Problem is, well, how people are gonna find where they're at, or, you know, with the sign, especially if it's gonna happen at nighttime most likely anyways, something.
Well, you could have somebody that has a heat stroke in the
Yeah.
middle of the day.
True.
I mean, I'm more worried about the heat during the summer than I am some of the other issues, because we see more medical issues that we respond to on those types of issues than we do the, I mean, you have the occasional attack, but if it's well-traveled and it's lit, like during the day, is when you have most people in
Well,
those
that's
areas.
something also you can investigate to find
Yeah.
out if that's fairly common. I mean, if that's not occurring very often, that you're not seeing that time, then we might want to reconsider that. But if that's something that other communities are already doing,
Oh, yeah,
Then-
having those kinds of line
Right.
marks for,
I
yeah.
just think that
it's-
it doesn't have to be expensive, there's
No,
gotta be.
yeah,
a
we
marker.
can just, we can
Yeah.
find,
Yeah.
we can find different ways,
but
but
the
no,
ones
it's
that I've
it's
seen
important.
have commonly been actually with inlet composition of the surface.
Keeps it from being torn up.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can, and it's just flat, so it doesn't.
Yeah, and if there's ways to address it, but yeah, I'll,
When people even like that, because like, I'm thinking Burroughs, especially when you walk this far, I mean, I'm just thinking even for people walking, they would say, I've walked half a mile, walked a mile, whatever. Burroughs tells you that, you know, your trail and tells you how far you've gone.
yes, definitely we can look into that. I know that Flagstaff, Arizona, their urban trail system had almost like mile markers every, I think they only did theirs every half along their urban trail. But it was for that reason. It was so, and there were often, you know, people slip and twist their ankles or any variety of different things would happen. So, yeah.
Okay. What are we on, vehicular circulation?
Oh.
You want to start that? We got 5 minutes.
Oh, man, we
Just
can
sign.
skip it for next week, because it's copied from Overland Park, and it's very thorough.
But it
And,
was, in terms of readability, it makes sense.
yeah,
And the developers want things spelled out. I mean, really, I mean, I know we're trying to make this simple, but on the other hand, we want to have it clear, easy to understand, and well-defined as far as
Right.
what we want. Did you think it was easy to understand, Michael, as a developer? Did you think this was something that you
I'm
would-
gonna be completely honest with you, I didn't read that section.
Well, that'd be your homework.
So,
At
least I'm honest on that one,
I did tweak certain parts of that, so, you know, there were not major changes made because,
It looked easy to me. I mean, of course, I'm not building something, but it. All right, why don't we go ahead and make this, we've got 3 minutes, do you want to make this our stopping off point? Next week, we will finish up with the design standards. You think we're about halfway done going through this?
I think so. What we have left is vehicular circulation, open space, lighting, and parking.
Okay, we'll get through that next week, and then we're also going to revitalization of existing multifamily housing. We're going to briefly go through the first-time homebuyers program and the recommendations that we can make to the council regarding that. We'll have a quick review of the Bob McDonald's draft for the ordinance regarding controlling the quantity of multifamily. And then, so next week we'll be meeting 4 to 6. August 7th will be the tour, and that's going to be from 3 to 6, so it'll be an hour earlier. And on August 14th, hopefully we'll be ready to at least show you the first draft of the PowerPoint presentation. August 18th will be our presentation to City Council, and if anyone who's been a part, including Officer Savage, Jarvis, if you want to come, that would be terrific. And we'll make our presentation on the 18th to the council. Be thinking about the moratorium too. That recommendation, probably by the 14th, we're going to have to decide Obviously, we're gonna have to extend the 90-day moratorium, just how long we're gonna need to extend it, because we're gonna have to do the workshops and the input from the developers and the public hearings. So staff, you might be able to give us a recommendation.
The workshop's not just with developers, it's with general public.
It'll be with the we're gonna have the developer workshops, and then we're gonna have public hearings at the planning commission and the city council with the residents wanting input. So staff might be able to give us a time frame on what we should recommend to the council on the extension, because the reason why you need to extend the moratorium is because you wanna have these new standards in place when the moratorium is lifted. And you wanna make sure and have input from, because I know we've got input today, but generally, we haven't had any input at these meetings. So we want the city council and the planning commission to receive input from the development committee and the public, so.
Could we make sure that the fire department, police department are especially there for the workshops, because I think your
Sure.
Absolutely.
testimonies on what we're doing here is gonna help out immensely in explaining this.
Well, because if a developer has a question and you're there, you can answer it and say, well, this is the reason why we've incorporated this, because this is gonna make it, a safer project.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, thank you very much. We'll see you next Thursday. And if we in advance could receive any of the information you have on first-time home buyers, and then we could review that and probably have our input ready for the next meeting.
Yeah, I have all the literature ready.
Okay, you want to go ahead and take it? Thank